Today on BoBTV, I'd like to try something different. I'd like to show you how easy it is to record a song all by yourself as a guitar player in your basement or bedroom without a human drummer. This episode will focus on the hardware you'll need. I'm going to keep it cheap and simple. Now, I'm assuming you already have a computer or a laptop and a guitar, maybe a bass. There are three main components to being able to record a song. 1. The recording interface. This little box converts your microphone or guitar signal from analog to digital and sends it to the computer via USB. 2. Is a microphone. You'll need a mic if you plan on doing vocals or recording an acoustic guitar. 3. Headphones or speakers. This can be further broken down into generic computer speakers versus studio monitor speakers. And as I explained in a previous video, studio monitor speakers are ideal for mixing, but for this demo that you're recording, headphones or computer speakers will be just fine. The interface. There are many different options for this. You can spend $60 on a Behringer, $140 on a PreSonus, $160 on a Focusrite, or $700 on a Universal Audio. They connect via USB, and they pretty much all work the same. You just plug your guitar in the front, turn up the gain till it clips, then back it off a little bit. Get the best one that fits your budget. When I started out, I opted for the PreSonus Audio Box 2X2. It has two inputs that take a microphone XLR or guitar patch cord, two outputs for self-powered speakers, and a headphone jack. Once I needed more inputs for drum mics, I found a crazy deal on a Behringer UMC 1820. It's the one you saw in the previous video. I'll get into the actual recording software and free guitar sims in the next video. The microphone. Just like anything else, you can go cheap, mid-priced, or expensive here. You also have the options of XLR or USB. I don't think one is better than the other. You'll just have to figure out what works best for your situation. Now I'll suggest some microphones. XLR. The Behringer XM8500 is $30. Should get you by. It probably won't have the clarity of other mics, but if you're screaming into it, who cares? I bought the Behringer XM1800S 3-pack for $60, and I use them as karaoke mics. They work awesome for that. The Shure SM58 is $150, and it comes with a mic cable. This is the industry standard for live shows, and it'll definitely get the job done. The Shure SM7B is $540, and it's the industry standard for recording studios. If you can afford this sweet mic, you'll have the crispest, clearest sounding gutturals around. USB. The Blue microphone Snowball is $65, and it's really highly rated. I've personally used the Blue microphone's Yeti since 2011, and it's awesome. I've recorded gutturals, screams, singing, acoustic guitar, and a full band with it. It's my go-to mic, and I love it. $160. The Rode Podcaster is $300. I've seen it around YouTube, and Rode has a pretty good name, so I'm sure it'll sound great. Headphones and speakers. The simple and cheap thing to do here is just use what you have. For getting ideas down or a shitty demo, this will work fine. But for $200, you can get the Audio Technica ATH M50X, which are apparently very nice. I have a couple of sets of cheap Sony headphones and some old iPod earbuds. I haven't tried to record a demo exclusively with them, but I'm sure it could be done. For about $150, you can get the PreSonus Iris E3.5 speakers, or about $500 you can get two Yamaha HS5 speakers. I went with these Mackie speakers when I first started out. They were around $300 and very highly rated. I didn't want to spend a ton because I'm cheap, and they ended up sounding great. I know them really well, and I don't see a need to replace them. Now, if you're serious about mixing, do your research. Buy the best speakers you can afford, otherwise computer speakers will be just fine. That's pretty much it. The bare minimum hardware to start recording. You don't have to spend a ton of money. In part 2, I'll show you the recording software that's basically free, the guitar and bass amp sims that are free, and a free drum program. In part 3, and possibly part 4, I'll show you how to use the stuff. Alrighty, stay tuned, stay buried.